Welcome. So, today I had something really cool planned, and of course, nothing has been working. Even Decentraland wasn't loading up until just now for me. So, what I'm going to do instead is pivot a little. I'm going to here get my music lower a little bit. Just opened up some Suno music just to have my own little copyright free stuff. Let me open it up a little bit. It's a little bit too high. Let me pick something else. Let me see this one. Okay. There we go. Okay. Well, what up, Fred Elf? Thanks for joining us. Can you hear me? Hope so. I had something super cool for today. I'm just going to go and talk a little bit about some of the files around it for some reason. Hey, what up? Thanks for being here. I've been messing around for the last few hours trying to get my my VR link working on my computer. It's been working fine, but I only use it for a little bit, and I think I need to get a new cable. I've tried for the last 3 hours and everything, and just hanging out with ChatGPT doing fix. But what I can do is still kind of talk a little bit about the workflow and yeah. Today I think I'm gonna call it I crash everything day. My headphones stopped working, my computer crashed, Gravity Sketch crashed, and then it crashed in ways I've never seen it before, which is fun. Hey, what's up, Ramonas? Thanks for being here. Can you guys hear me? I'm here setting everything up. Oh, awesome. Yeah. I need to figure out what I'm going to do. I have two computers. I bought a new computer, and my ideal is going to be is having like one of those like little ooh, the background music too. Awesome. I need to get at one of those little switchers, you know? So like I can have two computers running two separate things cuz streaming in DCL, having Meta Live Link going, streaming live on Restream.io plus Gravity Sketch, all these things combined is like a recipe for nightmare. Yeah, and also last week we had like crazy winds and we had no power here in Colorado for 4 days. So it's been kind of interesting few weeks. And yeah, today no Rizzle. Unfortunately, he is with family stuff. But yeah, let me open up a landing pad. Actually, you know what I'm going to do first is I'm going to show you guys. Let me see. I'm going to see if I can show you guys some of the VR stuff I've done in the past, since I was going to go live and show you that, but since it's not working, I would even try to pre-record it, but it kept crashing, which is such a bummer. I mean, the thing is, I haven't used my headset for a little while. And another thing that happened is the battery on my on my little remotes, like all the stuff came out of it. It was horrible. Anyway, it's been an adventure. Gonna have some sip of my coffee here. Okay, let me find the video for you guys just to show you, and then I'm gonna dive in and talk to you guys about VR. Oh, it's too loud. Okay, let me stop it. Let me turn it off. That's not good. Okay, there you go. Is that better? Oh, okay, cool. Thanks for that heads up. I know sometimes, again, it's something, I don't know. I think today it's just everything is wreaking havoc. I think it's because Rizzo's like, if without Rizzo here, we balance out the madness, and now he's not here today, so it's just really crazy. Okay, so and I still have giveaways from last weekend when we had no power out for um, 4 days, so that was quite an adventure too. Lost a lot of food, which sucks. Okay, so let me show you guys. Let me find the video I want to show you guys real quick. I was gonna record something new. I am streaming live there. That's not what I want. I'm going to find one of my old videos real quick to show you guys something. For those of you guys who have not ever used VR. Have any of you guys ever built in VR or used any VR tools like Gravity Sketch or Tilt Brush or anything like that? Let me know. I'm curious. So here, I'm going to find an old one. Here, I'm going to turn the volume down here. Did use it for a while, little while. Oh, with Oculus. Awesome. Okay, so here is the video. Ideally, I was going to have this live and walk you guys through it. But, okay, here, let me see. Okay, it's not really as, let me do theater mode. It'll be a little cooler so I have more. Okay, there we go. So let me open it up to a section. So Gravity Sketch, for a while there, I'm just going to play this in the background so you guys have something cool to look at. This one's a little bit wobbly, kind of gets a little annoying. Okay. So for this one, I kind of go through some of the cool things that I love about Gravity Sketch is you can import images, you can have all sorts of things. And especially when I was first trying to learn 3D modeling, it was, oh, should I reload something? Oh, it's not showing? I only see half screen too. There's roof on the way. Strange. Let me deactivate it and activate it again. It should be okay. Yeah, I was going to redo the build and got sucked into the vortex. Yeah, maybe it'll reload here. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to have to rebuild this and bring the screen down. It's kind of annoying. It's a little too high up, but if you stand back where I am, you can see it a little better. So, yeah, it's kind of annoying. Sorry about that. So why I wanted to talk about Gravity Sketch. Last week, we dove a little bit into AR tools. And if we have time, we'll kind of go over some of the tools I've been using for that. So I like experimenting with different tools, how to build in DCL, especially if you're new in DCL. A lot of times learning tools like Blender is a little bit more difficult. But now with all the cool AI tools that we've been talking a lot about over the last few months, it makes it a lot easier to just use all that and all the and DCL Creator Hub is a lot better. There's a lot more stuff for you guys to use. But one of the things I really like personally was playing with VR tools because it just makes it so much fun to start creating and feel like you're sketching. Because when you're in this kind of environment, it's so much more. It just feels really fluid what you can do. And one of my, again, favorite things is you can import images, use reference stuff, and it just makes it a lot more fun when trying to build anything within here. So Gravity Sketch is kind of like, and especially if you just want to have like a fun concept prototyping, I really enjoyed Gravity Sketch for that. You can see that's just a little sketch I did. And from there, I started creating different, here, you can see right here, that cloud right there. You know, is got inspired by this image in the background. So you can play with these tools, make shapes that if you're using things like Blender, it just takes a lot longer and it isn't as fluid. I always love to start anything I do with paper and pencil and sketching. Hey, Lazaro. Right now, what I had to do, since great to have you here, is my VR tool link was not working. And so I'm showing some old videos I've done from a long time ago where I was building across metaverse stuff and talking about, oh yeah, I'll add to, there's so many cool communities. And I'm right after this event, Lazaro, that's when your event's happening, right? I believe. So definitely we're all going to go jump over to his event when this is done. So what I was talking about real quick is when I first started in building in across metaverses, I would build in places like Monaverse, Decentraland, and Hyperfi, and just build worlds, just build things for art shows and stuff like that. When I found VR stuff, it just made it so much more fluid because I really, really love sketching on paper and pencil. Everything I do starts with like little sketches like you see right here in this video. And yeah, and so from there, building and playing with VR, once I get it all set up, it'll be much more fun here. Let me scroll over. So when you're playing with Gravity Sketch in particular, the cool thing is you can link it to their landing pad. And in their landing pad, when you're in Gravity Sketch, you can export all those like whatever you build in different formats. And then from there, of course, bring it into Blender and then bring it into Decentraland. So you can see here, it makes it really easy to like, you just link, you can actually just open up all, these are all the files that when you're playing within Gravity Sketch, you can open up. And one of the things, I don't know if any of you guys have played with this, one of my favorite things with VR, with actually Gravity Sketch is collab. And when you collab, I actually, you can see right here, this is like my first collab session. This is with, yeah. Have you used that, Lazaro? It's so fun. Like this is with Metageist. He was building this cool VRM. This is awesome. When I get new V, can we, yes, let's do that. I would love to collab with you. Yeah. I don't know if maybe you can help me if you have, yeah, in VR. Like I'm gonna try the connecting with air. Haven't done it yet, but usually my link was working. I bought like a really nice one, but it just seems like it's so finicky. So I'm gonna be playing with it. So hopefully next week I'll have it down or at least record a new video to show you guys. But collab, I haven't laughed so hard in my life as when we did collab, and it's so fun because, like, you know, a lot of times in DCL or in different places you can build together, but when you're building together in VR, it's like you're literally in the same room in this like crazy dreamscape, which makes it even more fun. So this is an image. Yeah, exactly. You see the other, and it is really freaky. Yeah, we have to do an event, but maybe we probably want to pre-record it because knowing all the shit that can go wrong when you're streaming live and streaming to DCL and have all this software open, and yeah, but yeah, this is like a little clip from that. So that's one thing that's just so much fun, especially if you're working with people like, you know, working in Web3, most people are all over the world, and it makes it so fun. I think you can have up to 4 or 5 people. I like to record, yeah, definitely. Recording beforehand. It is fun. Like we've had guests like Augie and Roostan and Untitled XYZ. It is fun when it's live too, but not as it's more fun when it's just streaming stuff. And when you're doing tutorials, it makes it way better if you have it pre-recorded. For sure, the internet. I have great internet, which sucks. That's why I was so bummed. Seriously, I've spent the last 3 hours this morning trying to figure out what the hell was going wrong because it's so much fun just being in there. And again, when you don't use VR for a while, you really you need to get your VR legs again. The first few times I used VR, it was really like nauseating. So, okay, here are some past ones. So back to like, you know, this is the OBJ, and you can download all these formats, and let's see what it does. I'm going to download this FBX real quick. So all of these files are here. You can export them from Gravity Sketch. And then what I tend to do is bring them all into Blender and then start arranging it and seeing what I can do. Sometimes you can set up Gravity Sketch to be in like low poly mode, and that makes it really fun. But I sometimes just like to play in full crazy mode. And then you can work within Blender and kind of like recreate it, or it's just a really fun way to get inspired. But you can see I have a bunch of sketches and little images I've done from the past. Let me see if I can find this FBX. This is a fun one. So all I'm doing right now is just downloading these past ones that I took when I was actually working in there live. And right now I'm kind of running out of space. I might want to upgrade to Pro eventually. So let me open up Blender and dive in and just kind of see what happens when I jump in there. Okay. Hopefully I won't crash anything. Right now, at least the streaming is okay across the board. Okay, here, let me open her. Take a second to. I actually like. Usually, what I do, when everything goes wrong, you know, I use some form of AI, you know, figure out what I. Now Blender is crashing. Come on, Blender, you can do better. Here, I'm going to bring it over here and see if I can open up some of these files. Yeah, it seems like a lot of people I know, a lot of people are going to show up today, but it's Christmas time. Oh, I don't know why it does that. It's so weird. Sometimes Blender, all of a sudden, it decides. You trash every time you try to wear them. Oh, your smart wearable. Oh, that sucks. That's another weird bug. I know, working within. Why is this not loading here? Okay, let me see display. Let me move this over. Oh, wrong display. Let me change my display. Maybe then I can show Blender. Come on. There we go. Okay. I did have a couple things opened up earlier. Delete. I'm going to open up some of the new ones. See if it's going to be my friend. Yeah, sorry the music I was playing earlier was too loud, but maybe it would be good. Let me see if I can get it so it's not so loud this time. I'm going to open it up real quick. One of the things I love to play with is for builds, if you want music. I don't know how many of you guys have used Suno. Here, Suno. Yeah, there's a really weird bug about your wearable. Which wearable was it? I've been in love with the horse one, the horse emote actually lately. Let me get on my horse. See if it'll load. There we go. Okay. I got off it. I think what's also happening is a lot more people are home right now vacationing, and that also takes its toll on the internet. Okay, let's see if I find something while I open up Blender and show you guys. Oh, the smart wearable. Cool. I'm curious how many of you guys have used Suno? I use it for everything now too. Oh, you hear you. Cool. You can still hear me. Cool. I'll just keep that in the background, change up the music, and let me see if I can let me bring some of these elements that I just downloaded to show you guys. Let me see if it'll open up. It looks like it wants to crash. I can tell when things are not happy. Come on. Oh, it did it. Okay, cool. Now it's upside down. Ooh, this looks pretty cool. Okay. At least it's still showing up there. So obviously when you bring it from there, there are some interesting things that happen. But these are all directly from Gravity Sketch. You can see it's super high poly at this point. But again, I use it for that sketching medium component, which is really fun. Okay. And then you can come within Blender and move things around and do whatever you want with it here. Come on. Yeah, I'm going to turn that off real quick. Yeah, I think what happened is I brought in a lot more elements than I thought I had. The other elements I had are like I brought in one of my rabbits. It's a lot more simple. Let me close this one for now. There we go. Hold on. I'll go back to top view and bring in one of the other elements, see what it does. Triangle head. I think I did the sun. Let's see if it likes this one a little better. Okay. There we go. Yeah, some of these are really high poly. It doesn't seem to like it as much as I was hoping. But these guys were all part of a crazy world that I built. This one was not built in DCL, but this one I took elements from this and did animations for it and used it in like a monoverse space. I just found it a lot more fun. It had a lot of different, metaverses have different restrictions of what you can and cannot do. So I would always like to like explore and see what new things I could do. And that was one of the ones. Let me see if I'm going to open up a new one real quick. That one, I don't want to save it. Okay, hold on a second. Oops, wrong software. Okay, let me go back over here real quick. Now it changed to AI generation web. There we go. Okay. Also on cyber, yeah, on cyber is another fun place to build in as well. Let me try this one. A lot of these are really giant. Let's see what this one does. Yeah, I did stuff there with other people. So here is some more weird little characters. Here, you guys can actually see. Let me try to bring up something to show you guys some of the crazy past builds that I use the AR with. I did actually do like a music video back in the day. It was for like a hackathon, and I used a lot of VR tools, and it was a cross metaverse thing. Let me see if I can bring that up. I think it's on YouTube as well. Let me actually bring up. I'll show you guys something else first. Yeah, I used to do a lot of streaming back in the day on Twitch. I don't know if any of you guys have been Twitch streamers back in the day. I would need to get. Yeah, okay, hold on a second. I'm going to open it up. Thanks for bearing with me. My plans, you know, got squashed. Something I've been planning all week for disappeared. So I'm making the best, making lemonade out of lemons, and that's the saying. Okay, let me open up the site and show you guys. Yeah, no, I think going back, I think that'd be good. I used to stream. I don't know if you guys remember Decentraland Reporter. I was part of that crew, and I'd stream all the interviews and stuff like that. I'm gonna find some of the. These are some of the past things. I'm trying to find the world to show you guys. These are just some of the past drops. Oh, here it is. Some of these, the actual places have changed over time, but this is like a full VR build world. Let me see if it works. It's always fun, I think. Ah, look, it doesn't like it. Come on. Let's see if this one likes it. I wonder why. Let me take off that. I don't know if all of the worlds that were used to be hosted on there. That's the sad thing. If you've been building for a while across multiple places, disappear. Just like a place dies or it just keeps redeploy across different places. I wonder why the other one isn't working and this one is. Strange. So what I'm showing you is some of those models that I was showing you in Blender. I used here in a world like here. This is one of the really early builds. Like this build is probably like 5 years ago. So here you can see all of these objects here. These were all VR objects. And I brought all these also into Decentraland, but you can do different things obviously within DCL. But yeah, the fluidity of being able to like bring it across different places, seeing how different it is when you're building in different sections. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it makes it a lot of fun. But for me, if I can always build in VR, I try to, but obviously in terms of poly count and all that stuff, let me get into like my favorite little area in here. Where's the box? There it is. And the funny thing is I have a bunch of POAPs in here that nobody found. If you guys remember POAPs from back in the day. Okay, let's see if I can get into the magic box. Okay, I'm gonna go in here. There we go. Yeah, this is like the crazy portal world. And all of these objects here were all built using Gravity Sketch as well. This is when I think I was using different 3D software, not just. Yeah, this is actually in a different metaverse space, but all of these VR elements here were all done in Gravity Sketch. And then I would back in the day I would always build things and build like links to other, into Hyperfi, into Monoverse, into Decentraland. But all of these elements were built in. This one actually should link to, yeah, to Augie, which I'm sure you guys know. I don't know if they're the sad thing about all of this, which is kind of like I try to keep track of everything in the past, but like a lot of the builds that they all linked for different places, and yeah, it's just really sad that you can't go into any of it. This is another space that was collaborative world build and Decentraland build. I don't even know if this one's still. This might still be up. This is from Mesh back in the day, but yeah, cool. Let me open up Blender again. There we go. Okay, so what I tend to do is once I download things from a landing pad and I bring them into, you can see I need to, let me see if this has it. It does not have it. Another tool that I have for there. So all of these again were drawn within there. And here, let me open that up. I'm going to bring in a different element. Let's bring in some of the other files that I have within landing pad, see what happens. Some of these I haven't opened up in a long time, but let's see, the sun. What I learned over time is like the less, the OBJ, I like this little bunny guy. Let's see if this works. If you'd use like things like quad remesher, that would really help as well. So I'm going to bring that guy in, see if it lets me open him. Extract it. Close this guy real quick. I'm going to bring in this OBJ. Oh, what's that? That's the material. There we go. The OBJs work pretty good. It brings in a lot of the extra stuff, like all of the reference images, but those didn't really turn out. But yeah, in terms of flow and like fast, and especially if you're just starting out, I really enjoy using like Gravity Sketch and then quickly iterating and exploring, and then using like Creator Hub to just bring all your elements in. But it makes it really easy. Here, let's go back in there real quick. So for this bunny, it's a whole little bunny family. This is a whole nother world. This is one of the ones I was trying to open to show you guys. I would love to. I think that would be a fun thing trying to recreate that one. It was super high poly count. That one was, I think, like 2 million try count, which would probably crash everything here. But it still makes it really fun. Okay, let me see if I can find one more. Go back into landing pad real quick. Yeah, I wanted to the other day when I was trying to do a build showcase and stream it. It really didn't like having Creator Hub and streaming and Decentraland. I think from now on I'll have a lot of more pre-recorded things, like mix it with pre-recorded and guests and stuff like that. Ooh, this one. Let's see what happens when we download this guy. So general workflow for me, I love reference images and bringing all that into Gravity Sketch, using that as how to figure out how I can create it quickly within there, download it, bring it into Blender, and then start hacking my way and creating things with that. And here is the object. Close that. I'm gonna open up my little flower thing, see if it what it brings in. Okay, let's see. Oh, it worked. Look at all these guys. Those look pretty cool. Then you can mess with like materials and whatever you want with it. But all of these shapes are so much fun. There's all these cool mirroring tools within. Let's see if I can mess with this a little bit. You can mess with like changing the colors of some of these. Go back here. And again, in terms of poly count, not the greatest, but you can always recreate these or use like quad remesher. And again, since worlds, you have a lot more opportunity to tweak things out. But I love just seeing what randomness. I mean, look at this guy. He looks like a total weird alien guy. So one thing you can do is go within here. I would, you can export components of it, or you can just come in here and then like separate everything by selection and then start creating like, maybe you don't want to bring in the whole thing. So I'm just going to and then you can start organizing everything you have in different ways, which is kind of fun. So this guy right now, and from there it makes it much more manageable. And then I can start exporting them and playing with them. I think this would be a cool one. I think I want to make a whole world. I think my new build for next week will be just made of these weird shapes. So you can imagine here and go straight into this guy. Now he's separate. I think he would be a really cool like pedestal or some cool crazy base. Hold on, let me go here. There we go. Go top view, front view. Let's see, I want to rotate this guy. So all I did basically is I isolated this particular one. I'm going to bring this guy up here. So I brought in a bunch. Oh, thank you for cool to be back. Where are you testing? Oh, hope everything worked with your stream. Trust me, I'm contagious in regards to maybe, hopefully your event will be seamless compared to what I'm going through right now. Okay, so right now I'm just going to play with maybe change. This guy should be by itself though. Let's go back here real quick. I'm gonna add a new material to this one. Assign. Let's go back here. So these are all some weird, crazy things that I brought in. We start in 30 minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna head over there after this is done. After my madness. So these are all some other crazy shapes. And I think I'm gonna be using these to create my whole new space here. And maybe this could be the supporters for the screen. So I was just like playing with one particular image. I think this looks like a cool vase, or it could be like the stand for a world. Yeah. Some of these are still. I'll probably get quad remesher again and optimize this a lot more. It's okay. It's pretty bad right now, but I'm just messing around. I like doing things like. Do you have add-on? Yeah, I haven't used that one though. Spark it. I'll try that one out too. There's another decimator of the actual GLB file. You can I can use the decimator within here, but I'll try that one out. Ooh, that sounds cool. So that one is it's from Spark A. So if I look up Spark A decimator, then another thing also what I can do is when you're actually building within Gravity Sketch, you can build in a way that's in the low poly mode. That makes it a lot more useful too. But right now I'm just taking the elements that I want to separate because right now it brought it all in as one big thing. So I'm just like I like this one right here. Go within here. It's kind of taking certain parts of it, and then so then each part I can just edit individually, which makes it a little bit better. There we go. See if I go back. There we go. Now it's isolated. Let me go turn that off real quick. But a lot of these organic shapes just look really cool. I mean, that could be like a super cool. The whole build could just be that, right? Make it massive and have this bottom part be like a swimming pool. Have like some parkour elements. Yeah, let me go into front view mode. I don't know. This is how my brain works. If I have weird abstract shapes, I always find something within it. So like, I could just do a whole build around this, and then everyone could. I think the rooftop party would be up here. Make like a. Ooh, now the music just changed to madness. Where did Suno go? So you can tell I have like created all sorts of weird music with Suno. There it is. Suno. Today's not our typical day here in immersive arts. Today's the madness day. Maybe the music is pretty accurate for this. There we go. Ooh, I wonder where that's coming from. I don't even know where that. Now my computer's gone totally rogue. I have no idea where that music is coming from. Here, I'm gonna try to find it to turn it off. It's driving me a bit bonkers. Well, it's good practice for life. Having worked and taught kids for a long time with software, all this stuff. Let's see. I wonder why. Okay, I'm trying to find the one where. There it is. I found the culprit. It's just playing random music now. Okay, there we go. Now I'm not so crazy. That was very maddening. Okay, so how many of you guys were there back in the day when there was the mesh show with the cubes? How everyone was given a cube, and within that cube, you had to create your space. That's kind of one of the things I love about like Decentraland. I mean, there's a lot of restrictions, but within the restriction, you can get very creative when you only are given like certain things that you can use. So I always like to look at things and see what multiple uses you can have for that one item. You can always like or how you can duplicate things, how you can start creating like tessellated patterns with things. And yeah, that's kind of how my brain works. So from the top, it looks just like a cool little star. I love that. You can just use elements of this to just create tessellated floor objects with it. That would be really cool. So it's funny. I still hear some music. I don't even know where that music's coming from. Okay. So I'm trying to think of how I'm going to use this in the space. I'm going to look up what you just said. Spark a decimator. Do you have a link to that? It didn't bring anything up for me. If you have that, Lazaro, that'd be awesome. If you could send it my way. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna go back and see what other shapes are like. This one looks more like kind of like an octopus, which I really like. I'm gonna grab this guy. My computer is running really kind of terribly slow. Okay, I'm gonna separate this one too. Okay, let's grab that guy real quick. Okay, this one kind of looks like a lotus flower, which I think is super cool. And again, most of my workflow, I think I'm going to be mixing a lot of the AI tools, VR tools, Blender. Let me turn there you go. See, ooh, that looks like a cool world right there too. I like how it's cut in half. It already has like I just have to create like a, here. Let me bring this down. There we go. Cool. Yeah, I think that alone right there would be really cool. Let me see if I can find where that music is coming from. Oh, I just figured out where it is. It's coming from my phone. That's awesome. Yeah, I think this one, I'm going to save this so I don't accidentally have Blender crash, and then it would be really sad. Okay. I'm going to save this in my Decentraland folder. Today's date, I'm going to call it Flower Club. Maybe I'll make this will be the Flower Club. And I can work on something for next week. Okay. So what I'm thinking is maybe inside of the flower in here. That would be really cool. Could have some chairs and lounge area. And then you take like a little elevator up. I would open it up in Creator Hub, but it would crash everything, I'm sure, with my luck today. It also looks like a alien shape, but I think like the main club area would be up here, since everyone in Decentraland always loves to go to the top of everything. So it would be cool to have like little ways to get up to this part. Let me see what I'm working with. Yeah, right now it's pretty big, 15,000 try count, but I will optimize. I can actually see if I can decimate it a little bit now here. Just curious how bad it'll do it. Sometimes it's better than expected. So other times it's horrific. Let's see what it does. Yeah, it's already starting to like, look, lowered it. Let's see how far down I can go. You can see the close up, but I'm going to try the tool you were talking about. You can see how it starts like getting rid of faces in weird ways, and even that's kind of a cool thing to explore. I don't want the shape to be. I'm just going to exit out, not use that. For now, just keep this, and then think about objects and ways and things that I could bring in here. Maybe add the water element. Maybe not water, it already looks like that, but I think adding the, let's see, maybe the screen could be up here. Everyone could be hanging out on the top to watch the live stream event in the club. But you always try to, yeah, the cool thing is when you're like visualizing what it could look like, yeah, I could go back to into, ooh, I like that shape right there. It's really cool. Look at that. Yeah, that's true. I've done that a bunch of times. I have huge, but it still just keeps crashing. That's the annoying part. I don't know why. Like I just have not had very good luck lately. But so that worked. Even so, that's cool. I'll just do that with this and just use it as an experiment world. Make a deploy it on a 32. I've done like 50 by 50 parcel world where I open the world up. I'm like, where the hell is my build? Running forever to find it. Oh, that's cool. Also, do you have the link to that decimate? I want to try the decimate one that you were talking about. We only have a few more minutes, about 14 more minutes here for today. And then please link, you sent me the link to your event. I want to definitely hop over there after this, but at least it's given me a lot of ideas of what I can do with just one simple little shape and see what craziness. 15,000 try count is nothing compared to the 3 million poly worlds I used to build in the past. And they actually worked. But yeah, at least now I have a plan for next week's event. Let's see. So did you have any issues with people with older computers in the world, or was it pretty okay with rendering and everything? I'm curious to hear. Let's see. Okay, that shape I do like. I'm going to call this the Flower Club. Lotus Club. Lotus. Okay. Turn up all the other ones. There we go. See, this guy over here is kind of interesting too. And all of these shapes, the fun thing is within Gravity Sketch, you can make a bunch of different variations of random things super, super fast. And either, okay, so that's the other shape that's really cool. So this one right here would be a cool. Let me go to the isolated ones real quick. Ooh, I can have the bunnies and the flower. Yeah, this one has so many different random shapes that came in. I've learned my lesson though. A lot of times I used to just drag a bunch of things in there, but now like I tend to like bring things into other areas. So then when I export from Gravity Sketch, it's just one item. Hmm. Okay, there we go. I think this one right here. I'm gonna grab this one and bring it, isolate it too. This one's pretty cool. So, yeah. So all I'm doing right now, in case you're wondering, is just selecting certain parts of the mesh since it brought in everything together, separating it by mesh, and so I can, if I want to work on a particular thing, I can just isolate it. Sí, hablo español. Yo soy, bueno, casi toda mi vida viviendo aquí en los Estados Unidos, pero mi papá es cubano y yo nací en Venezuela, pero nos mudamos para los Estados Unidos cuando tenía como 7. ¡Ay, qué bien! Entonces, wait, in your event, do you speak Spanish? Or is it an English speaking event? Todos, ay no, todo el mundo, me encanta, he conocido tanta gente buena de Argentina y ahora estoy viendo, oh wow, that's very different in Berlin. I've always wanted to go to Germany. It's awesome. Oh, Spanglish, perfect. Wow, Cubans are the ultimate Spanglish. You know, I grew up going to Venezuela and to Miami. Miami is a land of Spanglish. Yeah, I know. Well, basically, probably like 70% of the people in Decentraland know some Spanish or speak Spanish or Argentinians. We should do a survey, the percentage of Argentinians. I could just speak Spanish. Yeah, I could. Add the desired element. You could be like, come learn Español and Blender. Vamos a jugar aquí con Blender por el día. Right? You could do whatever you want. That's awesome. But you're originally also, you said, from Argentina, or where are you from originally? Sí, recuerdo cuando fui a Miami que todo, yeah, everyone speaks Spanish there. Todo el mundo habla. There's an old TV show that's like really, I think you can still find it on YouTube. It's called Que Pasa USA. And it's, the whole show is just Spanglish, you know? And like, that's pretty much my life growing up, like from Venezuela to Miami. And then we grew up from there. We moved to the Bay Area. Y ahora estoy en Berlin. Yeah. Now, do you speak German too? That'd be awesome. See, I could do, this is going to be my German techno club in the shape of a weird mushroom looking alien Dr. Seuss creature. Donde me llevan los señales. Espero aprender alemán. Yeah, alemán, it's not easy. I was trying to learn it for a while, like using Pimsleur. It's very difficult, but I also work in the bike industry, so we work with a lot of bike brands all over the world. Some of my favorite have been, they're called Reverse. They're the funniest, coolest owners. So we work with, directly with all the brands and the owners. We are wholesalers to bike shops all over the world. I mean, the country and in the US. And the Germans are so freaking awesome. I love them. Está aquí escuchando a la gente en ambiente silencio, aprendo mejor. Oh, yeah. Okay, I can see how. Try Pimsleur. That was actually helping me. But then when I watched a German movie, I was like, I don't know shit. This is like hard. I thought I knew like kindergarten level. I wasn't even. I was a 1-year-old level. I was below. But there's a big difference between learning Spanish and then going in the streets of like Argentina, and like, for me it's just because that was my first language, so it's a lot easier. But you know what I mean. Half German. Soy. Where is it? My bestie was Argentina, was half German, and so, oh, cool. Yeah, one of my best friends when I lived in Hawaii, she comes from a German background, so I think she spoke it too, but never around me. But like a lot of the culture, the delicious food, I love the food. Yeah. Well, now living in the States, having grown up here, there's just people all over the world. And again, I get to work with bike brands from like all over. Europe is, huge. Here in the States, of course. But that's my favorite thing. I still, no matter all the different places I work. I love working with people from all over the world. It makes it much more fun. Okay, so I've got a lot of ideas. This thing I think looks like a crazy hat. It looks like a weird creature with a funny hairdo. Looks like its face. I like let's see, Lotus Club. Oh, I'm in isolate mode. No wonder. Come on. There we go. Let's look at Lotus Club. Lotus Club. There we go. I think I have to pick one. That one does look like a lotus, the bottom part. Keep it simple. Sorry, my stream today's was not a normal stream. We had all this plans. No Rizzle, which is he makes the show, I think, and my whole plan for today would be so much more fun if I could be. I'm gonna get it figured out though. But look, hey, can you send us a link to your world? We're gonna jump over there with you. So I want everyone here to come over there. Yeah, this was a not normal event. You definitely have to check out some of our past guests. The Untitled XYZ event. He's just brilliant. I love him. And of course, Roostang, the goat builder, and then Augie, who is just the VR master. So, yeah, in world. Okay, cool. We'll jump up there, have another 5 minutes of me rambling, and then we'll jump over there. So, hope Fred Elf and Ramones, vámonos para allá para jugar en otro mundo. Oh, thank you for joining to my today my let's break everything event. Vamos a ver what is dibusa? ¿Qué es eso? Yo ni sé. Oh, dibujos, cartoons. Okay, dale. Or what do you call it? It's in yeah, animations. Like, are they all ones? Are they ones you guys created or from other people? Or are you gonna make them live? Oh, movie night, awesome. Okay, Felix the I love Felix the cat. Yeah, we've actually been doing a movie here. Part of the big part, we've been doing a horror movie AI. I don't know if you've watched our past events. We did a lot of AI. I used Higgsfield and Meshi, but Higgsfield to do all the videos. So actually, let me take a screenshot of all you guys. You guys will all be in the movie too. So this crazy horror movie is a compilation of the madness of each week. Okay, here, let me get a good picture of you guys sitting here. You guys will be in it. You made a short film animated there. Do you know, let me see who you're saying. Do you know, yeah, I've played with Quill too. Quill is awesome. Thank you, Ramones. You guys are awesome. Let me take a picture of you. I love your outfit. It suits the space, both Christmas and Halloween. I need to add well, I guess I have trees, Christmassy type trees, scary Christmas trees. I need to get I need to get that. Bring your, yeah, the vibe coding one. Okay, cool. See you over there. I'll be heading over there in a couple minutes. Thanks for the link. It'll be in world, so everyone be sure to head over to the movie night. Maybe we can have the premiere of our crazy horror story movie. Oh, okay. So now my to do is make this into a club. This one, or let's see, or this one. Oh, actually, that one doesn't have a cutout. I like the cutout part. That's a pedestal. This is a full one. Okay, this one. Okay, I have to get this one. Let me have the front view. This was all twisted up. I'll get this set up correctly. Come on. And I'm going to buy a new Oculus cable or do an air connection. So I will do this properly. If it's not next time, the following. I know this is vacation. Okay, this is a cool shape. Ooh, I like the umbrella. Maybe I'll bring all that back part down. Save this right there. Okay. Yeah, I like the bottom part right there. That's cool shape. That's the thing. Like I love 3D AI 3D tools. I use them all the time, but there's something so satisfying about being able to like shape again, have that physical motion of creating these um, shapes with your body, and kind of like when you're drawing, you're having the physical action. So it's a lot more satisfying when you feel like you actually did something versus prompt. Prompting is fun. I really love some of the stuff that we've done and created, but this feels like you have a little bit more connection to as a shape. So let me see if my streams are actually been streaming everywhere. Let me check it out. Um, Profile. Yeah, I guess I have been live. Cool. So at least that works. But yeah, I think it's between this guy for the Lotus Club or this one. I don't know. This one's kind of cool because it has the top part, all of that we can also create, and then maybe a screen in the back or something like that. I'm trying different AI tools since TMS stopped working. Yeah, Meshi I use a lot, but I use Higgsfield for video. Higgsfield is great because it's not cheap though. All these tools, oh my god, they add up. They let you play with all these different. I don't here. Let me show you for 1 second. You've used Higgsfield, I'm sure. So here, so with Higgsfield, I have like the year subscription, and you have access to like, look, I can use all of these for image creation, and then all of these for video creation. It's just crazy, the options. So then you can, what I like to do is like you play with all your different. I really work on the prompts a lot beforehand in like ChatGPT or Claude, and then from there bring it into here, and then I like render a bunch of different ones out. And the cool thing is some of these are unlimited. So some of these models, because of the subscription I have, are unlimited. So that's huge. Oh yeah, I'll send the link. Here is, yeah, a lot of the past events we've had, we've dove deep into all of this. It's so addictive. You can see like, let's see all the images. Oh, it's not even logged in. Should be logged in. I don't know why I wasn't logged in. Okay, there we go. So of course, Nano Banana is one that's cool just because, see, there's some stuff for work, some funny. I was doing Krampus, some stuff I'm doing for Hawaii. This is some stuff for the immersive arts, but I'd love to play around. Yeah, how much is, well, the subscription? I think it was right now. There's all these sales going on, but the one I got was like 200, and then I paid extra 100 something for the year to have unlimited offer. That's the problem. Like once you start playing with these tools, you become like addicted and more dependent. So right now there seems to be a bunch of deals always right now. End of the year, look, this one's that. But I have the, let's see, the plan. I have the ultimate plan, which is probably at this point 350. I've paid way too much money. But it gives me a lot of unlimited options. Some are like each month, you get your new whatever you can use for that month, so new points. And you can see here, I haven't used that many because I tend to use a lot of the unlimited ones. So then I don't use any of the, and I get free added credits. Okay, I didn't even know that. So yeah, you can definitely look on there. See, hopefully one of them works better for you. But yeah, one of my favorite things though is just like here's the, like the voice over ones where you could just add voice and the lip syncing and character ones that I've been doing. It makes it so fun and easy. But yeah, thanks for joining us here, Adrian Fick. But we're ending, and we're actually all about to join and jump into another experience. Lazaro. Yeah, no, it's super addictive. This stuff is like, the fun thing is like each one is so different what it generates, and then you get and it's fun when you get to experiment with so many different ones. Just Higgsfield alone is maddening how many, and within each one all the different particular editing things you're able to do. And yeah, it's crazy. So that's kind of what one of my friends, he's doing an animation, like an anime, and like he was using this for a bunch of stuff, so then that's how I got into it. So you haven't even tried Cinema Studio yet. There's within each thing I could spend my whole like life just in here playing and using. Again, if you use the unlimited, then you don't use any of your stuff, and it gets really fun. But here, let me link to where's Lazaro's event. We're all about to. It started 5 minutes ago. Let's head over there. Thank you guys for coming. And this week was crazy, madness. Nothing worked, but thanks for sticking with me. You guys are awesome. And here, let me. Where didn't he paste his? Where's the? Here it is. Okay, it's -35, -31. Say -35, -31. I believe. Yep. So that is where the event is. If you guys all want to come, they're doing a movie night. Felix the Cat. So if you guys all want to head over there with me and support his event, that would be awesome. But thank you guys. Oh, there you go. Thanks for doing it properly. So yeah, let's head over there. Let me stop streaming.